Hello and welcome to my review on 2023's 21-foot Colossal Sleigh Inflatable from Gemmy. This was an online exclusive through Walmart, originally priced at $249.99. That was until they marked it down to $174, then later to $125. I had my eye on this one for a while waiting for the right time to purchase, and since I needed it for this year's display, I purchased mine on sale, just not 50% off. That started around Christmas Day, and at the time of posting this review, the sleigh is since sold out. I still want to share my thoughts and give you a proper breakdown, so here we are. Two key characteristics of Walmart's online-only inflatables are: one, they don't sell very well, hence why I waited for a sale, and two, they come in these plain white boxes. Even the image on the front looks like it was taken off an iPhone and turned into a PNG, so definitely not impressed with the packaging. It does, however, make it a bit easier to see the lights, of which it has 10 LED C7s. Lastly, there's a description on the back of her contents as well as a setup guide, so after an easy rundown of the box, let's get our inflatable out and in the yard. Equipped with a YEF 200, I'm hoping Jimmy's most powerful fan is enough to have the reindeer inflate well, but it's a tall task being located under the sleigh, where there's near 21 feet of fabric left to go. Now, you've noticed we have changed locations from our typical spot for this review, as for one, the yard over there is full of inflatables, and this is already part of a scene in this display here. Our stake pack consists of 6 spiral stakes for the tether attachments at the bottom, 4 plastic stakes and tethers for the sleigh, and 4 metal-based stakes I've no doubt swapped out. For the 2-week period this was outside and in the elements, I only staked the left side due to my yard being somewhat slanted, plus I didn't want anyone tripping over the tethers when experiencing this for themselves. It's officially ready to go, so let's plug it in and bring this reindeer fleet to life. Taking a minute and 15 seconds to inflate, I'll say the reason for that is partially due to its size, but also the design's configuration, specifically in regards to the reindeer. What I mean by this is there are small holes in the fabric to allow for air to pass through, but you can tell they're quite small, limiting the airflow and thus resulting in this not inflating how a typical YEF 200 inflatable would. This is common for colossal sleighs. My Rudolph sleigh from 2018 has the same issue, where the deer stand somewhat lopsided, so I think it's a definite design flaw where an additional fan may be necessary. Moving on to some of the details, I'm a major fan of the fuzzy material found on the reindeer's neck and feet, as well as the gray color scheme. I love the look of it, and I think it contrasts well, especially with the red harness. I noticed while looking on Walmart.com, it seems the prototype had their gear as gold or bronze in color, which is fine, but the red stands out better against the gray, so the change was definitely a good one to make. Unfortunately, there was a factory error with my particular inflatable. The straps of these 2 reindeer are missing their belt printing. It's pretty annoying having that inconsistency blatantly at the front, but it's not enough for me to return it or sell it by any means. I've been neglecting the sleigh simply because there's so much to talk about with the other half of the design, but to start with Santa himself, he's decked out in mixed media material with sparkle lining for his coat and a semi-fuzzy beard. You also had the metallic bag of presents, including the presents themselves, of different patterns and finishes, some decoration on the side of the sleigh, and finally the gold runners at the bottom. I believe Gemmy has put their focus into the reindeer much more than what we have over here, as we've seen what they can do with sleighs in the past, and at 21 feet, the wow factor has already been established. There are a total of 3 zippers on the inflatable, the first of which is at the rear with the fan, the second more towards the middle, which is where we were able to get those interior shots earlier, next to this first reindeer, and then lastly we have a 3rd zipper, which is at this front left reindeer, aligned vertically with his leg, like that. Gemmy was smart to connect each pair of reindeers. It certainly helped stabilize them. They used the tether attachments without any loops, just a band that stretches several inches. If you were by chance curious how much of the 21 feet our sleigh takes up, I'm here to tell you it measures right at 8 feet, which is just under 40%. Because this is no longer available on Walmart, if you can find a listing somewhere else, be sure it's $250 or below. I feel good about $174, but wouldn't spend much more than that. It's a wow factor inflatable, there's no denying it, so don't overpay and you're going to be happy with your purchase. Until next time, I'll see you later. Peace out. Bye.